All right, and welcome back to episode 38 of the Alec Frengos Show. This is a sports podcast centered around NBA and NFL. But today we're going to be predicting the Stanley Cup playoffs, 2024 NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm joined by Joey Price, Carter Arsenau, and Bryson Puncher. And we'll just go right ahead here and we'll start with our predictions. So, one thing about Stanley Cup playoffs to me, I think this is the one sport where once you're in, anybody can win it. Hockey's such a sport where you got to be deep all the way through. Sometimes regular season doesn't matter now with the LTIR and stuff like that. Honestly, any of these teams that I look at in this bracket have a chance, but to me, the Washington Capitals, all these teams are good hockey teams, and there's teams here that are lower seeds that play good playoff hockey. I'm gonna let you start here first, Bryson. We'll go east side first, and then go your west side first. So what do you have? Panthers, Lightning. How many games? Who you got? What do you think?
I got Panthers in 6. I just think the Lightning's core is starting to age a little bit. I think the Panthers are built from the top to bottom with a lot of grit too. They're a hard team to play against. They got a veteran goalie in Bobrovsky. And Tampa could easily win this one too. Vasilevsky can steal a series from anyone. But, I mean, Matthew Tkachuk, I think, is the best playoff player in the league. And if you have a guy like that on your team leading the way with guys like Barkov and Verhaeghe, they just have depth and toughness everywhere. And I think they're going to defeat the Lightning in the Battle of Florida.
How many games?
In 6.
6?
Yeah.
What do you got, Carter?
I got... Trying to think of how many games I think here. I'll say Florida Panthers in 6 as well. Mm-hmm. I think that Kucherov is good enough to steal a couple games. Same with Vasilevsky, but I feel like Matthew Tkachuk can. He's just so good.
Yeah. For me, I got Florida winning in 7. I just think that Vasilevsky is so good in the postseason where it's going to come right down to the wire. At the end, though, Florida's got a good enough goaltender to get them through this series, as well as Vasilevsky being on the other side. But for me, I got the Panthers in 7. They just have more overall talent for me.
Yeah.
And what they did last year, I don't think they're a first-round exit. They're well coached. They got good experience. They got good players in the playoffs.
For sure.
I got the Lightning in 7 games.
Wow. Okay.
It's not
Why?
that surprising.
It's not. This series is tight.
It's like 50-50.
I don't disagree.
Why, though? Vasilevsky?
Vasilevsky, yeah.
Yeah.
And just
that's
the core
fair.
they have.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
Fair.
I guess right here, Boston-Toronto, probably best series of the first round, we could say, comfortably.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah,
Original 6,
sure.
one of the best rivalries in all of sports.
What
do you got, Bryce? 2 teams you hate.
Two teams I hate, but
I'll let him go.
2 teams I hate, but I've been going back and forth with this one.
This is so tough.
Every single time these 2 teams play, we know we're going to get bangers in the playoffs. And you know what? I'm going to go with Boston in 7. I just think Toronto, they're cursed against the Bruins, it seems like.
And in the playoffs in general.
I just think Toronto, they made the jump to the second round last year, but, I mean, Boston's had such a good year, and it seems no matter what team they put on the ice, they're always going to be competitive, and I just don't see Toronto getting it done against that Boston team.
Go ahead.
Weirdly enough, I also have Boston in 7.
Okay. Why?
I just think Toronto sucks in the playoffs, and it's always been like that. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, Bruins fan, Leafs are most hated sports team for me in any sport. Matthews, most hated player for sure in any sport. Most hated athlete. The Bruins don't have this flashy team, though, like last year where they went all in. They traded for everyone. They had, like, the best 4 lines ever on paper last year. Now they kind of settled down. You got Marchand, Pasternak, Zacha, DeBrusk, Geeky, Coyle. Like, the depth isn't all the way there, but you still got some core guys. The defense is still really good. Best regular season goaltending tandem still, I think.
For sure.
But in the playoffs, that's the reason they lost to Florida. I think that goaltending was very shaky.
Yep.
And if it gets shaky against the best goal scorer in the league this year, it's going to be tough. But I think Boston's grit, experience, they got better coaching, and I think the goaltending will show up against the Leafs. Yep. And you got to factor in the Leafs aren't a playoff team.
For
Boston
sure.
in 7 as well.
Yep.
I got the Leafs in 6. What?
Leafs in 6.
They won last year. They can do it again.
Okay.
Boston's
Another
worse
3v1
than Tampa
here.
Bay.
Okay. That's
Like
fine.
their goal scoring, it's way better than the Bruins. The Bruins don't have depth this year at all. They just have the better goaltending. And maybe
What
better
matters the
defense
most in the
score.
playoffs, may I remind you?
Goaltending, but it doesn't matter if you can outscore the other
Who's
team.
starting game 1 for the Leafs and net?
Samsonov. He's good.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Ooh.
Watch out for Ilya Samsonov in the playoff, guys. A glorified backup goalie.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Who was their goalie last year? Was it him?
Samsonov? Yeah.
It was him still?
Back-to-back years.
We'll see.
Didn't he go to the AHL this year?
Yeah.
Toronto kind of won last year against the beat-down Tampa Bay team.
Yeah.
They came off that back-to-back, kind of ran out of juice. So we'll see what happens now when they face a hungry team that got one of the biggest upsets in sports history last year.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Next series, I don't think there's too much to go over here. Rangers Capitals.
I got Rangers in 4. I think this is going to be the only sweep of the first round. And I have a little beef with Washington right now as a Wings fan, so I'm kind of hoping they get swept out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I just think the Rangers, they're arguably the Stanley Cup favorites. They didn't get the job done against the Devils last year, and
They also choke in the playoffs.
yeah, they choke in the playoffs. But I think they're going to be out for blood in the first round. They're just going to put a beating on Washington.
Yeah.
I have Rangers in 5. I think
fair.
Washington can maybe steal a game,
Yeah.
if not 4 games for Rangers. I just think Shesterkin is so good.
Oh, yeah.
And even Zibanejad and Panarin.
Oh yeah,
Bryson said it head on for me. They got kind of upset last year. They're the best team in the league. Obviously, President's Cup trophy winners. I think they're going to lay a beat down in the first round on Washington. I got the Rangers in 4
I
here.
agree.
Same thing. Rangers in 4. Like you guys said, they're hungry this year. Probably the best roster top to bottom.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
the
for
league.
sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're very good.
Agree.
But yeah, also what you said, this is the only sweep I got in the first round as well.
Yep. For sure.
Last series here, Carolina Islanders. 2, like I said before, 2 gritty playoff teams,
Oh,
well
yeah.
coached. These teams you don't want to run into in the playoffs. Thankfully, they're playing each other.
Yep. Well, this is probably going to be the most boring series of the first round.
But good hockey.
Good hockey, but not high scoring. These are 2 defensively masterminded teams, and I got the Hurricanes in 6 games. The Islanders aren't going to go out easy. They never do.
Especially
And-
with Patrick Wall as the coach now.
Oh yeah, and they got good goaltending. Sorokin didn't have the best year, but he's still a playoff goaltender, and I just think Carolina's scoring, especially the Jake Gensel edition, is huge, and their D-core, obviously, we can say they have the best D-core in the NHL.
Yeah.
And
One of the best rosters,
one of
maybe,
the best
too.
rosters all around. I got Canes in 6.
I also have Canes in 6. I think the Islanders are a good team. Sorokin's good. I just think the only reason that Carolina wins is they're so good defensively, and they also have so many offensive players. And did I say in 6?
Yeah.
I don't know
You
what
said
you said.
6.
In 6,
You
in
said
6,
6,
okay.
yeah.
Hurricanes in 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, these are 2 teams that the Bruins have got outed by in the first round, or Islanders might have been second round 2 years ago in 2021 or 20 whatever it was.
Yeah.
These are 2 tough teams in the playoffs. Well coached Patrick Wall and Rob Brindamore. I got the Carolina Hurricanes in 7. Very, very good roster. I think they have the second best roster in the East.
Yeah.
Behind Hurricanes. I just think Panthers don't have the better roster. They just have better playoff players. Go ahead, Joe.
I got the Hurricanes in 7 as well.
Yeah.
I think the Islanders, like you said, they're gritty. They won't go away easy.
They
And then Patrick Wall coaching,
Oh yeah.
they're good. They'll lock it down.
Yep.
And Sorokin too.
Sorokin's a game changer.
So that's it for the East first round. We'll go West first round here. We'll start at the top with probably maybe the best, maybe second best series in the playoffs. Dallas, Vegas.
I've been going back and forth on this one too. I think Vegas
Crazy
they're-
this is the 1 versus 8 technically.
Yeah, I don't know how they're a wild card team here. They got one of the best rosters in the West, but I think Dallas is going to win in 7 games. You look at Dallas's talent; they have some new young talent on the come up with Wyatt Johnson taking big steps forward. I think he's going to be a big contributor. And Jake Ottinger, he hasn't had the best year, but I mean he's due for a bounce back. And Dallas I compare Dallas to a team like Florida. They're kind of like built similarly, like where they're just
Solid everywhere.
solid everywhere. Not too many like big name players, but I mean
Guys that
they're
get the
just
job done.
guys that get the job done. Exactly. I got Dallas in 7.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I also have Dallas. I think they're a good team. They got Robertson. He's unreal. They have a lot of depth too. Their third line. Pretty sure it's Jamie Benn.
This is another good roster.
Is Wyatt Johnson third line?
I think it's Sagan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Sagan and
Robertson's-
Stankoven.
Yeah.
So-
that's gross.
Stankoven might be one of the best rookies.
Oh yeah.
He didn't play the whole year, obviously, but when he did at the start, he was over a point per game.
He's a hell of a player.
Yeah, he can surely make a difference.
Yeah.
Stars and how much?
6.
6?
Yeah.
For me, I got Vegas in 7. I just think that they're the reigning Cup champs. I believe Mark Stone is coming back.
Yeah, he will
Not
return.
totally sure.
Magically returning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah.
LTIR cheese.
Yeah.
One thing that worries me, which I said in the preseason predictions, Aiden Hill, I don't know if he's going to be kind of this roller coaster
Yep.
in the playoffs or if he's going to be solid. But I think the experience of Vegas, this is a pretty veteran team from top to bottom.
Yep.
So I just think they have a little bit more of an edge over Dallas, although Dallas being the better regular season team. I like a team that won the Stanley Cup. I don't think they go out easy. They're going to know how to play down the line. I think they slightly have more grit than Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas doesn't really have any enforcers that can control the game or set a tone.
No.
Give me Vegas in 7, the Cup champs.
Sure.
I got Dallas in 6 games. I think Vegas is tired from last year.
They're
Oh, yeah.
sleepy.
They're old and they're gassed out from playing late last year, and
Yeah,
Dallas is hungry and they'll take it.
That's got to be crazy playing all the way halfway
Yeah, it
through
must
the
be
summer
tiring.
and then coming back in September. That's got to be hard. But next series, this is an intriguing one. Winnipeg, Colorado. Give me it.
Okay. I think Colorado's going to win in 7 games.
Okay.
I mean, the game changer here is going to be Connor Hellebuck. If he can take the Jets to 7 games, I think Colorado, I mean, I like the grit they added at the deadline, especially with Brandon Duhaime from the Wild. He's a big
Landeskog
forechecker.
coming back.
Landeskog coming back. I mean, they got Casey Middlestad, who's been a good second-line center for them. It's the same Colorado team. You know they're going to come out swinging, and I think they're just going to overwhelm the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's kind of a crazy one, but I have Colorado in 4.
Wow.
I love it.
Connor Hellebuck is good, yeah, but I don't think he can stop McKinnon. I think McKinnon is up there with McDavid. I'd say they're 1A, 1B.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think they're too good offensively, defensively, and I just don't see Winnipeg having an answer.
Yeah.
For me, Colorado, this is a dream scenario for Colorado. I got Colorado in 5. You're playing a team with no playoff experience. They made a couple moves at the deadline. Toffoli.
Monahan.
They got Scheifele.
Yeah.
Hellebuck's obviously an amazing goalie, but I think it's going to be overwhelming for the Jets, like you said. They're playing an extremely experienced team that has a Stanley Cup championship. Makar, McKinnon, they're still there. They made a couple moves at the deadline. This is just a team with experience against the team that's a regular season team. I got Colorado in 5.
Fair. Very
I'm
fair.
very confident in this pick too. I don't see the Jets beating the Avalanche. I don't see it.
I agree.
I have Colorado in 6 games.
Yeah.
They lost first round last year, right? To Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle put them out. Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
That's not
again.
happening.
That's
No.
insane. Insane.
Yeah. No, I like that we all have Colorado there. I
Oh,
bet
for
you they're
sure.
favored too to win the series for sure.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Another intriguing series. I like these matchups. Vancouver, Nashville. Vancouver having the home ice. Go ahead.
I'm going to take Nashville in 7. I mean, Vancouver just seems like they're such a young team, and Nashville, they're kind of built like the St. Louis Blues team that won the Cup in 2019.
These teams are playoff teams.
Yeah, they're playoff teams. Nashville, I mean, look at their goaltending. They got arguably the best defenseman in the NHL, Roman Josi, leading that back end, and playoff guys like O'Reilly, Forsberg. Look at Gustav Nyquist. He had 75 points.
They're a good. Team.
What? I mean, I just think Vancouver, they're young. They got a lot of talent, but can they put it together against a Nashville team that plays tough? I think Nashville's going to win in 7.
Go ahead.
I think the Vancouver Canucks are going to win in 5. I think they're offensively better, defensively maybe not better, but I trust Demko.
Over Saros?
Maybe not over Saros, but I still
Enough.
trust Demko enough to win games against them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's why I'm going to take them. I also like Hughes. Unreal.
Yeah, he's nasty.
So,
He's good.
yeah, definitely.
For me, I'm with you, Bryce. I got Nashville in 6. I just think this is just another gritty team that's well coached still.
Yep.
And Vancouver's kind of a riser like Winnipeg that makes the playoffs, but are they really as good as advertised in the standings?
I agree,
Do they have
man.
guys that will be able to play in the playoffs?
Yep.
That bottom half of that forward depth, it's nothing to me.
Yep.
I just got Nashville in this. I think they do have more experience on their roster as well. And
Yeah,
I
they
I
do.
think they'll be able to play better in the playoffs too.
For sure.
I got Nashville too.
How much?
6 games.
Same thing.
Yeah, just the experience there.
I mean, I also want to point out the Lindholm edition for Vancouver is backfired. I mean, he has 9 points in 24 games since joining the Canucks after that trade from Calgary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just players like that not living up to the hype. It's going to bring Vancouver down this series.
Yeah. And for the second year in a row, it feels like these teams play every year. Edmonton, LA Kings, Edmonton with the home ice. Bryce, what?
I think the Oilers get it done in 5 games here.
I'm not too worried about it this year.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, you have that first line of McDavid, Zach Hyman. I'm pretty sure Evander Kane is playing with them as well. I could be wrong. But that team can score goals as good as anybody. And I know LA's a good defensively sound team, but can 37-year-old goalie Cam Talbot fight off McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman? I don't think so.
No, he's an old
Oilers
man.
in 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I have Edmonton in 6. I think LA can steal a couple games.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Bryson kind of said, Talbot is, yeah, he made the All-Star game, but you got to take a guy from every team, and he just that's the only reason he was there. So.
They got to change that rule, by the way.
They do, for sure.
Boom, Jack.
I got Edmonton in
Boom,
6, but I don't think it's going to be like a 6-game series where it's kind of gets close.
Yeah.
I think this could be like a Edmonton goes up like 3-1 and Dallas steals like LA steals like a fluky game and then Edmonton wins, something like that. But LA's a team that's been in the playoffs the majority of our lifetime, and they've always played super well. They still have a couple of vets from when they made Stanley Cup runs, and they're just one of these teams that never go away. They stay low off the radar in the regular season, and then they play good hockey in the playoffs. But McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, who's playing unreal. I just take that upside over LA all day.
Me too.
I got the Oilers in 5.
Yeah.
Just not going to bet against McDavid and Draisaitl in the playoffs.
No.
Yep. For sure.
So, second round, Bryce, who do you have?
I got
Eastern Conference here up top. Florida and then Boston.
Florida, Boston. Boston's they're gonna have an edge in this series. I feel like they're just gonna be
This is
swinging for
revenge.
revenge, and they're gonna push. But I just think the Panthers are too deep for them. I think they're gonna try. I think this series will go to 7, but I think the Panthers will edge them out here slightly. Yeah.
Do you have Panthers Bruins as well?
Yeah, I have the same Panthers Bruins. I think we all did. I
No,
think we all
Joey took Leafs.
Oh, yeah, weirdo. I actually have this game going to 7 too. Both teams also very good, but I think Florida will edge them out.
Yeah. I actually have the exact same. I have Florida, Boston going to 7, and I do have Florida having the edge. Boston had the way better roster last year, and they couldn't get it done. Florida also has the home ice now. They beat Boston. They kind of have their number. They know what works. I'm gonna take Florida in 7, but Boston won't go down without a fight in that series.
I have Lightning versus the Leafs here, and I have the Leafs in 5 games.
Wow.
Oh, he
Whoa.
had
The
the
bias
Yeah.
is
Whoa.
astronomical.
No, I just if the Lightning get to here,
They're
they'll
gonna
be
run out.
gassed. Yeah,
I don't mind that, but holy shit.
Wow.
they're getting old after one series. They'll be beat up against the Panthers, and then
guy's nuts.
Yeah,
Leafs.
like if the Lightning get past the next round, they play the Leafs or Bruins. I think it will be pretty easy, but
Insane.
slightly spicy takes.
Wow.
Next round, I think we both have the Rangers Hurricanes.
We do.
Give it to me.
We do. And I'm going to take the Rangers in 6 games here. everyone's going to keep doubting the Rangers, like keep calling them playoff chokers, but I think this is the year they have the best roster they've had in a long time.
You'd say it's better than last year?
Yes, I would say so. Their prospects have taken a leap forward. They're young guys like Lafreniere having a breakout year was huge.
Finally.
Capo Caco, he's chipping in there. Braid Schneider, Keandre Miller. They're young talent along with their vets like Panarin, Zibanejad, Kreider, Fox, all those playoff guys. And Carolina, great team. They could win this series for sure. But I'm taking Shesterkin over Frederik Andersen in a series like that. Yeah. And I think Rangers in 6 here.
As good as the Rangers are, I just can't see them winning this series. I don't know. There's just Carolina. Just every time I think about it, just Carolina in 6.
For once, I don't agree with you, Bryson.
Oh.
I'm going with Carter. I'm going the Hurricanes in 7.
Okay.
I don't like the Rangers' top guys. I feel like never show up when it matters. Last year against the Devils, it was always their bottom 6 guys scoring for them. It seemed like.
Yeah.
There's just something about the Rangers that bother me. Shesterkin always does his job.
Yeah.
But sometimes they can't put the puck in the net. And against a defensive team, like you said, well-coached team, I think they're going to be able to wear them down. I got Carolina in 7 in a pretty big upset.
Yeah.
I'm with Bryson. I got Rangers in 6 games. It's everything. No explanation.
No explanation.
So second round here, either Vegas or Dallas against, I think we all have Colorado.
Yeah. I had Dallas versus Colorado here. And Dallas has had Colorado's number most times they've played in a series. And I think that's going to continue. I think Dallas is going to take out Colorado in 7. I'm trying to cling to my start of the season prediction with Dallas going to final. I like their team. They're well coached. They got young talent. They got veteran talent. And Colorado, it's Colorado. Like they could win the cup, but I think Dallas is going to pull off another win against the Avs here in 7.
Cool.
Yeah.
Vegas, Colorado?
No, I also
Dallas,
have
Colorado?
Dallas, Colorado. Yes. As deep as Dallas really is, I feel like there's got to be a point where they kind of just fall off. McKinnon is just... I don't see anyone on that Dallas team really... Maybe Heiskanen's good, but I can't see him shutting Rantanen, McKinnon, Makar down.
Landeskog will be back by then, too.
Landeskog's back. Colorado in 6.
For me, I got Vegas, Colorado, which would be a crazy matchup.
That would be good.
I'm going Colorado in 7 to beat Vegas here. This is where, like you said, kind of Stanley Cup champs. They won that one series. They've had a really long year. It kind of gets to them. Colorado got bounced first round. They're more hungry. Landeskog is going to be back by then, probably a couple games in. I like Colorado to beat Vegas here. I got 7 games, though, because Vegas, they're obviously still a very good hockey team. One of the best on home ice as well. Colorado in 7 going to the conference finals.
I got Dallas in 7 games
Against
Colorado. I
7?
think they're just built for it this year.
Yep.
Fair. Nashville or Vancouver against, I think we all had Oilers.
Yeah. I had Nashville versus Edmonton. I think this is where the Nashville train kind of slows down.
Yeah.
Edmonton, I think they'll give them a wake-up call here. I don't think they'll be ready for the power of McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman coming at you.
Yeah.
I think Edmonton wins this series comfortably in 5 games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can keep saying Hyman. I don't like how he says Hyman every time.
Why?
I mean,
You
he's
see
put
where
up
all
over
his goals are from?
Oh,
Dude.
I thought you were saying how he said it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Like,
How
I
he
don't
said
think
it.
he's as good as the points show.
No.
Well, he's playing with McDavid and Draisaitl, obviously. He's not
I
playing as
think
good.
you could put up a point per game with McDavid.
Maybe I could.
All his goals are in like that little circle.
Well,
Okay, whatever,
obviously,
though.
he looks like an all-star, though, playing
Yeah,
with McDavid
he
and
does.
Draisaitl.
Yeah,
There's
he
no...
does.
He's playing his best hockey.
He was nothing on the Leafs.
Yeah.
He was
No.
garbage.
Okay, but I have Vancouver, Edmonton. Vancouver sneaks one out against Nashville, whatever. Edmonton is just gonna steamroll them. I have Edmonton in 5.
Yeah, literally same thing. Nashville beats, they're an underdog against Vancouver. They grind out that series. They get the win. And they run into an Edmonton team who's got Cup in intentions, and they just handle them pretty easily.
Yeah.
Edmonton in 5 for me as
agree.
well.
I got Edmonton 6 here. Like you said, the star power in this series will be way too much for Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, conference finals on the eastern side.
I have Florida versus the Rangers.
Okay.
That's going to be a hell of a series. I think the Rangers get it done. I'm feeling really confident in the New York Rangers this year. I think the Panthers had their jolly run last year. They're still going to have a good run here, but I think Shesterkin's going to stop them in their tracks. And the Rangers are a team that can match Florida's grit. They got that Rempe kid. They got Trouba on the back end, Barclay Goodrow. They got a bunch of grinders in their bottom 6, and it's going to be a heated series that I see the Rangers coming up on top in 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Conference finals.
Yeah, so I have Florida, Carolina. I have this actually going to 7. I think this is going to be a really good series if these two teams get there. It's just two teams that are like not going to put up a whole bunch of goals per game, but they're going to grind it out.
Yeah.
They're good defensively, and I think Carolina's going to come out on top.
I got Carolina, Florida conference finals. I'm gonna go Carolina in 6. Carolina, the cup, like I said in the preseason, super well coached. Offense, they got 4 lines deep. They got good defensive core. They signed Orlov from the Bruins. They got Slavin, a couple other guys. I'm not too sure, some uncles, and then they got one thing
Brett
that.
Burns.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Brady
about him.
Shea. Yeah.
One thing that worries me, like you said, is Frederick Anderson.
Yeah.
If he collapses, they're screwed.
Oh, for
But
sure.
we've seen goalies go on miracle runs. Bennington, Aiden Hill.
Yep. Tons of guys, man.
Probably more if I look back. But
Samsonov round 1.
Samsonov in round
Yeah.
1.
So I got Carolina in 6 going to the cup.
Yep.
I have Rangers versus the Leafs, and
Don't say
There we go.
no, I'm not. I think Shesterkin here is just kind of the X factor here, and he just takes out
How many?
Samsonov. I'll say 6 games.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So on the eastern side, you've got Rangers.
Rangers going to the final.
Carolina.
Wow.
Western Conference, Bryce. Who do you have?
I have the Dallas Stars versus the Edmonton Oilers. And
Right in the preseason.
like
train?
I said, I'm trying to cling on to this, but I just can't anymore. I still think this is the year of McDavid, man. This is the year he gets it done. I guess this kind of spoils my finals pick.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think McDavid's going to be out for blood this year. Draisaitl, I mean, they're still in their primes, but they're still getting older. Like, McDavid's 27, 28 now. Draisaitl's
They still got like
pushing
10
30.
plus years, McDavid.
yeah, but
He could play till he's like late 30s.
Yeah.
he can. But I think the Oilers will get it done here against Dallas in 6 games.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
I got Colorado, Edmonton.
Mm.
Honestly, just think McDavid, McKinnon cancel each other out. They're just, I don't know. I find them so equal, and I just think
It'll come down to the role players.
Yeah, it'll come down to the goalies, the third line. Both teams' goalies, I'm not going to say are elite.
No.
No, they're both
Definitely
mid.
not Edmonton's.
Who's Edmonton's goalie?
Stuart Skinner.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not trusting Stuart Skinner, so I have Colorado in 6.
Okay. For me, I have Colorado, Edmonton as well. And I'm going to go Edmonton in 6. I think what Bryson said, I think this is the year of McDavid. I like the path he has. LA Kings and the winner of Vancouver, Nashville. Even if Vancouver wins that series, I think Edmonton could handle them pretty easily.
Can. Yes.
And then they just got to duel off Dallas, Vegas, and Colorado. One of those 3 for me. And that's probably going to be their big series. I like Edmonton's path to get to the cup here. 6 games
too.
against Colorado.
It honestly seems pretty easy for them. To
Yeah,
get that.
cakewalk.
Not easy, but
A little bit of a cake.
It won't be easy, but
Yeah.
it's definitely easier than going through Dallas. They avoided Dallas,
Yeah.
Vegas, and Colorado until the
Yeah.
conference
Yeah.
finals. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
I have Dallas beating the Oilers in 7 games. I'm with you, Carter. I think Stuart Skinner, he's garbage.
he's a bomb.
Like, they're not getting it done with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know who their backup goalie is either.
So Oilers in the finals.
Oilers, Rangers.
Carolina, Colorado.
And Stars Rangers.
I got Oilers, Carolina, and Bryce, who do you got winning?
I think I kind of spoiled this a little earlier.
Sorry, Edmonton, Florida?
Edmonton, New York Rangers.
Sorry, Edmonton, New York Rangers.
Like I said, I spoiled this a little before. That's my fault. I apologize to the viewers, but I'm taking the Oilers here. This is going to be the year that we see McDavid finally raise that cup, and it's going to be a big sports moment in history, seeing the best hockey player, arguably some people are saying all time, raise the cup this year, and it's going to happen. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to 7 games. It's going to be a very good playoffs here, and the Oilers are going to take it.
Finals is?
Carolina, Colorado. It really took some thinking on this series, kind of just who's going to take over, who's not. I just think Carolina's so well coached. Yeah, I don't know if I trust Anderson, but
This is it.
I trust him enough. I'm going to take Carolina in 7.
Okay. For me, I got Oilers, Carolina. Not an insane goalie battle, but if you look at the rosters in front of the goalies, they're very, very good. I'm the same as Bryson. I think this is the year McDavid gets his first Stanley Cup moment in sports history. Give me the Oilers in 7. I'm not too sure who will be home ice here. I think the Oilers were Pacific 2 and the Hurricanes were Metro 2. I don't know who had more points, but
Hurricanes, I think.
Hurricanes will have home ice. Yeah.
Hurricanes will have home ice. Give me McDavid, first Stanley Cup beating the Hurricanes. In 7.
I have Dallas beating the Rangers in 6 games.
Wow. Okay.
I just think
Dallas.
in my bracket they beat Vegas, Colorado,
Oh yeah.
It's just
Edmonton,
their year.
and Rangers,
I
and
think
they're not slowing down
I
there.
hit a wall, though.
That's
No,
a crazy
never.
run. If
Dude,
they beat
that's-
those teams, that's an insane run.
Like you can just picture it, like Dallas Stars 2024. Just see it.
I was starting to picture Red Wings 2024, but I would have had some way crazier takes if the Flyers
Red Wings
didn't pull their
Rangers,
goal.
what would have been your series
Red
prediction?
Wings in 4.
Good thing we didn't have to witness that.
Damn.
Thank the Flyers for pulling their goalie for in a tie game.
I think the
So,
Red Wings are a better hocky team
that was
than Washington.
We are a
They
better
are.
team. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I honestly, if it was Rangers Red Wings, I'd go Rangers in 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I'd give the Red Wings a couple games.
I would.
Yep.
They just don't have the goaltending. That's
No.
one thing that
Yeah,
bothers me.
if
They don't have a
Reimer
goalie.
played Unreal a game or 2.
I don't trust
Who was
Lyon.
it? Reimer and Lyon.
Lyon.
We already know
Lions.
Lyon's not a playoff
He
goalie.
folded.
He got pulled game 2 against Boston. He
Yeah.
got lit up.
He got
game,
lit
Game
up.
3.
He got lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy who played Florida.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your Stanley Cup champion
kinda
is
have a-
Oilers,
The Edmonton Oilers.
Carolina.
Edmonton.
And Dallas.
Okay.
There we go.
A little bit of mixing around. Of course, me and Bryce say something similar once
Yeah,
a day, right?
Always once a day, man. That's how it goes.
So we'll each pull up. We'll do NFL mock draft here. We'll each pull up our phones on PFF, and we'll do a 1-round mock draft
Let's
here.
do it.
NFL draft in 6 days and
Let's go.
2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting stuff.
6 days, 2 hours, 30 minutes, 59 seconds. So we'll do round 1. What we'll do, we'll all draft the same player that someone calls out, and we'll just go around the table.
Dude, what app are you on?
PFF.com.
Oh, okay.
I'm on mock draft data.
Yeah, whatever
he's on
one.
some weird one. Oh, I got this.
You good, Joe? I know you got that pin tabbed, right?
Yeah.
You're a veteran.
He's a veteran mock draft maker.
So we'll start at Bryce 1, Carter 2, me 3, Joey 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way
Are we doing
around.
trades or no?
No trades.
No trades?
No trade
All right.
mock.
All right. So I guess I'll start it off here.
Yeah, start it off.
I hate to start off making the team I hate the most pick, but coming from a Packers fan, I hope they mess this pick up, but it's going to be pretty hard for them to mess it up. I think they draft quarterback Caleb Williams out of USC. He's going to step in and be that franchise quarterback. I hate to say it. I hope he becomes a bust if he goes to the Bears, but he's
Very
just so
unlikely.
talented. He's a generational quarterback.
One of the best prospects we've ever seen in any sport.
For sure.
Carter, number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so
This is your opinion, not what you think the team's gonna do. May I add?
Okay.
so all year I was kind of going Drake May's the number 2 guy. For some reason, just watching TikTok and YouTube and whatnot, I feel watching film. I'll say that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think they're gonna go Jaden Daniels.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it's crazy. I still think it's a toss up to this day. I need your phone
it's
to
close.
I don't disagree.
For me,
There you go.
reports came out yesterday, my Patriots, that they're open for business at number 3.
Wow.
They might not take a QB. That. If this mock draft is based off of what I want them to do instead of what I think they're going to do, I need to take Marvin Harrison Jr. I'd rather him. We could trade back into this late first round maybe and take someone like Penix maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if we like McCarthy, we could even trade up even more like the Texans did last year for Anderson, Stroud back-to-back. But me personally, I'd rather have Marvin Harrison than Drake May because I know Marvin Harrison's going to be a superstar for sure.
Yeah.
Drake May scares me a little bit with the competition he played, his upside, etc. Joey, number 4, Cardinals. This makes it interesting now.
Yeah.
I would trade down this spot for them, but since I'm picking here, I'm taking Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors.
I think
do the same thing.
He's not far behind Marvin Harrison, in my opinion.
His neighbor's a blue chip prospect, I think
For
he is.
sure.
Yeah.
Baby
agree.
Chase.
I agree. So I guess
Number 5, Bryce.
I'll be picking for the
I
Chargers
love this
here.
pick, but this is worst case scenario for the Chargers. The 2 receivers go off the board,
Worst case.
but depends if you're high on Rome Odunze.
They
at
got
this
some
spot.
options here. Obviously, losing Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, a huge blow to the team, the receiver core. I think they're just going to keep trying to protect Justin Herbert here. I think there's a bit of a gap between Malik Neighbors and Romeo Dunes.
Yeah, I think there's a big gap.
I think there is, and I think they're going to take Joe Alt of Notre Dame.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
Carter, number 6, I believe.
Well, yeah, this is kind of perfect. The Giants.
Who you like here?
This is best case scenario for the Giants. If Drake May falls
yeah.
this far,
Yeah,
Oh,
you take him.
you take him.
You
Yeah.
take him. Oh, so
You
fast.
sprint up to the
Yeah,
stage.
you are.
Would you do the same thing?
Yeah, you have to.
Take who?
Drake
Drake
May
May,
to
the
the
Giants?
Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
I've taken
Sorry, I'm
Drake
just
May.
bugging
Yeah.
out here. This.
No, you texting someone.
No.
Number 7, the Tennessee Titans, huge offseason. Cheetah Bay Awuzie, Kelvin Ridley,
Tony Pollard. Yeah.
thank you. And then Will Levis showed a little bit of upside last year coming into his second year. I actually don't mind him. Brian Callahan, who's coached Burrow and a couple other
Yep.
good QBs, I think he'll be able to discipline him pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take another weapon for Will Levis. We're going to take Brock Bowers out of the University of Georgia.
Ooh.
Another blue chip prospect. So now you have Treylon Burks as a bust, so we're going to kind of cancel
Oh,
him
yeah.
out.
He's a
D-Hop
bust.
and Ridley,
He's
2 veterans that will
Yep.
help Levis. Tony Pollard. Their
Yep.
O-line's decent. There's some really good pieces and some really bad pieces. And now a very good weapon in Brock Bowers to
that
help Will
defense.
Levis.
That defense, though. How'd they get Snead for like a bag of
Sorry,
chips?
Snead.
Yeah.
I didn't even
I
mention
for-
that.
I
They have
forgot him,
their outside
too.
cornerbacks now are Snead and Cheetah Bay
Oh my
Awuzie, 2
gosh.
guys who have played in AFC championships repeat after repeat.
Look out for them.
And they're very, very good. Titans could be underrated coming into
I
this
agree,
season.
man.
Atlanta now.
Atlanta.
I think you could go Odunze just because he has elite potential there.
Yeah.
And Adam
So,
with Drake London.
Who do you got? London, Mooney, Pitts,
Pitts.
Bijan. Yeah.
That's a good offense,
Yeah,
but I
honestly,
just think they need to get a solidified edge rusher.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with my top guy, Leatu Latu.
Fair.
Wow.
They need
Yeah.
star power on the defensive end. They need somebody that can hit the quarterback.
For sure.
Yeah, for Chicago.
It just happens I'm picking for the Bears again.
So
I'm
you got Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen.
Yeah. I'm trying my best. I'm scrolling down to the hundreds here, trying to set them up for failure. No, I'm kidding.
What do you look at here? Seriously.
You look at the edge position here, I think.
Yeah.
And I think if Romeo Dunes is here, you gotta help out Caleb Williams. Even though they already got
Even
DJ Moore.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I think they're gonna have the duo here. Romeo Dunes, I think he's gonna be the
This is
pick
kind of
here.
like a scenario
Yeah.
when Jackson Smith-Njigba got drafted to Seattle with Lockett
Yeah.
and Metcalf. Just another young receiver. And I
He's
think
gonna learn.
Odunze will be able to learn big time.
He will. It'll be a good fit.
So now we're at number...
Number 10, the Jets.
10 Jets.
I like this pick,
It's a
too.
tough
This
one.
is very open.
This is.
Well, like, so the Jets, they solidified their O-line
They need receiver.
after Joey called them the draft losers. They traded for
Free
Mike
agency.
Williams. Sorry, free agency.
Yeah, they're terrible.
What do you go here? Corner? Oh, nah.
for
You
the
know what?
Jets?
Yeah.
Like you could
Defense?
still go
I'm
O line.
gonna
Like
go.
it's
Yeah, that's
still.
what
I think
I'm gonna
O-line.
go
You like-
O-line here.
yeah.
I'm gonna go. Fuck, I'm gonna butcher this. Alumi. Alumi.
Olo from Penn State. Yeah,
Say
yeah.
Olo.
Fashono
He's very good.
He's
Kind
a
of
good
raw.
player.
from Penn State.
Kind of raw, but he can play still.
Yeah.
This is another interesting pick. Minnesota Vikings.
Don't even have to trade
They've
up.
got 2 first-round picks. Number 11, number 23. Sam Darnold's the starting quarterback right now, but what I think the Vikings do, I think they take a good player here that's not a QB,
Okay.
and they use a late-round pick on Nix, Penix, McCarthy if he's there. So for me, I'm going to go... It's tough. The Vikings need defense really bad. I'm going to
Yep.
go defensive, but I'm going to go the cornerback one, Quinion Mitchell out of Toledo here.
I like that pick. I like it. I like it.
Denver. Look at this lined up.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here-
Broncos country.
This
Let's ride.
this one's pretty obvious here. JJ McCarthy.
Yep.
I don't think he'll be here on draft night. I think you'd have to move up for him
Really?
into the top 6 picks at least
Damn.
to get him. During the real draft, I think will be Bo Nix the only QB on the board.
Right here?
Yeah.
Penix gone?
No, Penix is in a first round.
He'll be a
You
day
think
two.
Bo Nix
yeah.
is better than Penix?
Yes.
No,
I agree.
no.
I
So-
agree.
Penix is
Yeah.
better than
So
JJ
what they'll
I
do
like
is
Bo Nix.
they'll
I'd
either
rather
take
have JJ
Bowers.
I like Knicks more than McCarthy.
Yeah, and you just trade
Yeah.
down and get Nix later in the draft to
McCarthy
recoup
isn't that good.
draft capital.
I like Knicks more than McCarthy and Penix. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
it's close.
that's
I've been a
wild.
big
Nix
fan
is
of
good.
Knicks
He's
all
the
year.
most experienced QB
Yep.
coming out of college.
And guess who beat him twice last year? Michael Penix Jr.
So, it's college.
Outdueled him twice. Doesn't matter if it's college.
He's at a better team though. With more weapons
Yeah.
to throw too.
He had Odunze. That's kind of.
Give Nix O'Dunes. He's a top 10 pick.
He's
Yeah.
too old. He's too old.
Now he's pushing 30, but he's still
you
pretty
can't
good.
You can't draft someone that high with that age.
No.
I think Nixon.
Nix is not going first round.
McCarthy's only going ahead of Bo Nix and Penix because of his age.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
younger.
I'm a Michigan fan, and I don't think McCarthy's that
No,
good.
he's not that good.
Yeah.
Bo Nix, if
He's
you
gonna
look
do
talent for
perfect
talent, if
situation.
they're the same age, people are liking Michael Penix Jr. over McCarthy. Penix can do way more. I don't care that he's injury prone and stuff like that. He's way better than JJ McCarthy. If you didn't see that in the games you watched, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Who's up?
Me.
You. What team?
The Raiders here.
They
I-
need that.
Another
Yes.
interesting
They need
pick.
Manny.
It's kind of funny that the
Rip that
Raiders is
down.
right behind Joey there.
Better record than the Broncos this year.
Good for them. Look
I
who's
don't know,
picking
man.
ahead of them.
If Dallas Turner is still here for the Raiders,
Yeah, I was-
I think they go
After
best.
they took Tyree Wilson.
I think so. I wasn't very impressed with Tyree Wilson last
but
year.
that's the problem. Do you give up on a guy, a top 10 pick like that?
I mean, you look at they lose Chris Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, he's no
Chandler-
one knows who
Chandler
the hell
Jones.
he is.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
on a planet nobody knows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's on a
And,
trip nobody else can afford.
Yeah, he's on a
Tweet-
trip nobody else
tweet
can
to
afford.
know.
Don't know what flaming train he's on, but I mean, I think they're gonna just keep adding to that pass rush here. Actually, no. I keep forgetting they got Wilkins from the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Good
they're gonna
catch.
go. I think Terry and Arnold is the pick here.
I love that.
Yeah,
I think it's corner or O-line for me.
Yeah.
That's what I think
yeah.
for the Raiders. Joey probably thinks it's head coach they draft.
Probably. Saints.
Saints at
New
what?
Orleans.
Is this number 13?
14.
This is terrible. Hate this.
What do they
team.
need?
Anything.
need
QB, wide
O-line,
receiver, tackle,
O-line,
They haven't hit on a pick.
D line.
years.
Yeah.
No.
Olave, I guess.
Yeah, bad first round picking team here.
O-line, pass rush. They don't need a corner.
Nope. Wide receiver maybe, but I don't think
I'd go
there's any
trenches,
here.
O-line or D-line.
Yeah,
In
yeah, I
my
agree.
opinion.
So.
What would you?
where's the
Same
name
Joey?
here?
Yeah, we're receiver like Bryson said. It's kind of thin there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is pretty thin. You're right. What receivers are on the board right now? If you go,
Number one ranked is Brian Thomas.
Yeah, on mine it's Adonai Mitchell, Thomas Franklin, Vlad McConkey.
I like Adonai Mitchell. He's
Yeah,
good.
dude, he's
the Saints are a bad first round pick team. So if they take Mitchell this high, I mean,
Lad
pretty soon.
McConkey. He's going to be a good player.
There's
Not this high.
QB too, but
Yeah.
I can't see them picking a QB this
No,
early.
I don't. I
I
think they
would,
ride it
but-
out with Carr. I think if they're bad this year with Carr, they'll have a high pick.
Next year,
Yeah.
then. Yeah, so this
We like-
pick. The guys I'm kind of thinking are Byron Murphy and Dallas Turner. I just think
I like.
I like either.
It's not terrible.
I like Dallas Turner
Yeah,
better
that's what I
for
would
Byron Murphy, so I'm gonna go with him.
Dallas Turner. Great
Dallas
pick.
Turner.
I don't even know if he'll fall.
That brings
far.
us to Indianapolis
Indy
Colts,
Colts.
a team that over-succeeded this year. Richardson coming back. They got Pierce,
Michael Pittman. Is
Michael
he still
Pittman,
there?
Josh
Did
Downs.
he re-sign?
Yeah,
he
he's
did.
back.
Yeah, he did.
He's
Yeah.
back.
Josh Downs had a good rookie season. Jonathan Taylor's re-signed. They got a good O-line. They got a good defense. I think this is kind of a pick where everyone kind of sees it coming here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did he already go? Hold on.
Who?
Terry on Arnold.
Yeah, I took him for the
Yeah,
Raiders.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I like him going here, but sometimes he can't fall. It's fair. Oh shit! I accidentally clicked out. I'm gonna go J.C. Latham to the Colts here.
I like that.
Alabama.
Buff up on tackle.
Yeah, you gotta help
I
out
agree.
Richardson too. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. Pick 16 for the Seahawks. They need some D-line help. I think they're going to go Byron Murphy.
Yep.
I think he could go a lot higher on draft night, too.
I'm just re-putting it in, Carter. Oh, you're good. Go ahead, Bryce.
Jacksonville. This is a tough team to pick for. Obviously, losing Calvin Ridley, they could look at receiver here. But I think they're going to keep adding defense. I think they're going to take Jared Verse.
Okay, who's on the clock here?
You.
No,
Jared
For the
Verse.
Bengals.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Jags or Bengals?
No,
give
he
me
just
your
picked
phone.
for.
Wait, did you just pick for the Jags?
Yeah.
Who'd you take?
Jared Verse.
Okay. Hold on. JJ. Okay, yeah. Okay, here.
Okay, there we go.
My bad.
All good. Okay, let me look through.
I had to scroll down to pick JJ McCarthy. Scroll,
On PFF?
Scroll all the way down.
Did you?
Okay,
Got like
so
20.
this may be a little bit wild. Maybe
Bengals.
not.
Having this high of a pick for a team that could win the Super Bowl next
Yeah.
year is very
That's
crucial.
insane.
I honestly, their defense isn't insane. It's not terrible though. I think after losing T. Higgins, you got to bring
He's
another
still on
guy.
team.
in.
No, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
I got CTE or something. Okay, hold on. Let me. What am I?
He requested a trade.
Oh,
but
that's what it was. Okay,
Yeah,
so he
trade
may
request.
leave. Yeah, I
he
know.
may
Yeah.
leave after next
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm on the would they draft Brian Thomas trade? I think they keep T Higgins.
He's more reliable, for
Do I
sure.
really want to pick a? Okay, actually, this kind of works out perfect.
I know
White
you're gonna do. Yeah.
quarterback, white defensive players, Hendrickson and whatnot.
Cooper DeJean
Cooper DeJean.
takes over. They actually need someone. They got Cam Taylor-Britt. They need someone opposite of him. They lost
he's
to
supposed to be a
Wouzier.
Packer.
Mike Hilton he's still there, I believe. He's a slot
I think
corner.
so. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that pick. I'm not too high on DeJean, but I think the right fit
Yeah.
would be good for him. Rams, another good pick. Which team? For a team that could be in the playoffs. Rams have a good O-line, so I'm gonna kind of stay away from O-line, even though it's really at the top here. I'm gonna go kind of a hot take, not super hot though. I'm gonna go Kool-Aid McKinstry here to the Rams. I think that he's someone who's gonna fall because of his injury. Rams got Trey White. I think having another corner could help this team a lot, so they don't have to get in shootouts a lot.
Steelers at 20. I think they're going to go O-line here since they need to protect Russell Wilson. And
He's not even.
He
Four
doesn't-
Fields
He won't even start
when the time comes.
it'll be Russell Wilson.
Oh, stop.
until like week 8, and then
Yeah.
they realize
Give
how
Wilson
bad-
Well,
six,
he doesn't
how
even have
bad
any
he
help
really
this year
is.
either.
Give Wilson 6-7.
So I
Yeah,
think
he
they'll
does,
go
man.
the best run blocker in the class, or the best known run blocker, Talise Fuaga.
Talise.
He's a good
Just
player.
because the Steelers, they run the ball a lot.
They love
I would
kinda
have
part
given
of
them a receiver. I can't lie.
You
I
could.
think they can get one in the
Because-
second round.
Yeah, actually,
It's
Yeah.
a
honestly,
deep
yeah.
wide receiver. Well,
Yeah.
every year is good for wide receivers.
Yeah.
seems
Yeah,
like.
Pickens is not going to be.
Oh wait, sorry, Bryce. Who do we got?
Okay, Miami.
Miami.
This is an open pick again.
Okay,
Yeah, this
very
is-
open pick. This could be crazy. I'm thinking about this. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Brian Thomas. That could be a stacked receiver core. Don't see that happening though.
I can't see it.
I can't see that happening.
They need to do that,
That would
for
be so fast.
having Tua as their QB.
That'd be
they
insane.
need to have unlimited weapons
Yeah,
for them
for
to
sure.
go deep. That's what they need.
That's why it could happen.
They need absolute boat races.
Yeah, but I think they could wait round 2.
They
Who's
will.
that guy that ran the 4?
Was that
Worthy?
Franklin?
Worthy from Texas.
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
He's
I
gonna
think
go
one
second, third
one thing I
round,
like
so.
what Bryson said, adding a jump ball guy to
Yeah.
this wide receiver room
They don't have
would
one.
be crazy. And number 2, drafting Brian Thomas here
Yeah.
could leave an option for to trade Jalen Waddle if you can't pay him, because
Yeah.
now you reset a guy that could be as good as him, and he kind of switches the dynamic of the team from
They
a
do.
jump ball guy, and you have Tyreek as the speedster,
Yeah.
and you trade Waddle for more draft picks, and now you have a guy that's producing as much as him on a rookie contract like
Yeah.
Waddle was. So taking Brian Thomas, I could be on that boat if he's here.
And look who he's learning from. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And I mean, here's another thing. Do they want to snag him before Buffalo can take him? Because they got nobody.
Beautiful point.
I think they're going to take Brian Thomas here. I'm going to
Yeah,
do it.
honestly, yeah.
I'm going to do
I
it.
love that point.
Okay. Philadelphia Eagles.
This is where these teams, like, if these teams hit on their picks that are contenders, it changes.
Yeah, then everyone's screwed.
What do you look at for the Eagles? They paid Devonta Smith. They
You
have
look at
AJ Brown. They
secondary,
don't need
I think.
receivers.
Yeah, I think you look at
JJ
secondary.
says he wants the Gene. He's gone. So who's on the board here that is up for taking from
Maybe
secondary?
Nate Wiggins?
Nate Wiggins.
You high on him, Joey?
There
Yeah,
is
I
a
really like
center this high, the Oregon center.
Jackson
Oh, yeah.
Jackson
They need a
Powers.
center
And
replacement.
and
Yeah.
his draft stock is rising right
I
now.
agree. That could be a good pick.
Honestly, you lose Jason Kelsey.
You got the
Yeah.
replacement
You get Saquon Barkley. You need
Protection.
that protection.
and run. Yeah,
I'm going to take Jackson Power Johnson.
like
I
that
agree.
pick.
Great pick here.
Um,
Vikings.
Vikings again. Like I said, I'm gonna make this very quick and easy. I think what they do, like we were just arguing about, I think they take the best player on the board to them with their early pick at number 11, I believe, and they take a QB here who's a gunslinger, and he'll be able to get the ball out to Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson,
Yeah.
etc. Michael Penix Jr. My
Okay.
QB 4, I believe, in the draft.
For the Minnesota Vikings.
Thoughts or not?
I did.
Go ahead.
I just. Bonix.
He's better. For the Cowboys, I think it's either O-line or secondary, since they lost some pieces there.
Yep.
Just looking here. I think you have to go O-line. I think they're going to go Troy Fatone.
They lost Tyron Smith. They need
Yeah.
to replace that ASAP.
Yeah.
This
Go ahead.
tackle depth.
It is very high. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ooh,
for-
Packers.
Why is everyone getting their picks?
yeah, everyone's getting their
You
teams,
got
eh?
both your teams.
You got Broncos.
I got
Did you
Green
pick the
Bay.
I
Giants?
got Giants.
I got Green
And
Bay.
Yeah, that's Green Bay.
All right.
I didn't know it worked that way.
Lots of people are assuming that we're going to take old line just because Bakhtiari's gone.
They signed actually Andre Dillard
Andre
from the
Dillard?
Titans. He's good.
Did
He'll be a starter.
Didn't Giants
Yeah.
sign back the other?
He's still a free agent, is he not?
He's a free
Giants.
agent. He's a free agent.
Sorry.
I think.
Right, Joe?
Who?
Bakhtiari's a free agent.
Yeah, I think
Who
so.
did Giants sign from Green Bay? The O-line.
Yeah, they got. John Runyon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
who it
yeah,
was. That's
John
who it was.
Runyon.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead, Bryce.
So.
What do you look for?
I think.
As a fan.
As a fan, I look at the health of our cornerbacks here. Jair, he's bound to miss 5 or 6 games a year. Stokes doesn't even barely exist. I think you got to build the depth and take Nate Wiggins
I like
here.
that pick. 'Cause
Yeah,
the Packers have lost probably a couple of regular season games last year
yeah,
because they had nobody in the secondary.
Nobody.
Jair just comes around in the playoffs
Yep.
and has highlights in the playoffs and big games. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
the games you need these guys, they in the regular season, they're not there, some of them. They're super unhealthy. Jonathan Owens, an up and coming guy, signed with the Bears.
Yep. I don't know about
Jair.
Nixon. I don't know about Keyshawn Nixon.
He's a returner.
He's a
He's a
kickoff returner. You need Wiggins there.
Just somebody
You need
else
him.
to solidify that secondary in case anything goes to shit.
I
So yeah, I
agree.
like that pick.
For sure.
What number was that at?
25th overall. That's a
25th.
nice value pick.
good pick.
26 here, I have Tampa Bay Bucks.
Mm.
This is a hard pick to make.
It is a hard pick.
Like,
Who did they lose? They lost
Everything.
Shaq Barrett to Miami.
I think you have to go defense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did they lost Carlton Davis?
Yeah.
I think
So you kind
second
of take
round.
that pick from the Buccaneers there. having lost a corner.
Yeah.
Is this pork chop here? Chop Robinson?
It's gonna be D-line or edge, I think.
So replacing
D-line or edge?
Yeah.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say Chop Robinson, Penn
Fair.
State.
Fair. They lost Shaq Barrett. They got Tryon Shawinka coming up. What's the other guy's name?
Yaya Diaby.
Diaby. Thank
He's
you.
a good player.
This is
Yeah,
another
yeah.
interesting pick. So the Cardinals, the chips didn't really fall their way. They
Nope.
landed Neighbors here early on. This is another good pick. This team is in desperate need of defense.
Yeah.
They took Neighbors there. They got Kyler, Neighbors, McBride, I guess.
Yeah.
Greg
He's
Dortch.
good, too.
That's kind of the team you're looking at. They got a decent O-line. Paris Johnson Jr. is very good, who I'm still high on.
Who was
Looking at this, I'm going to go... A lot of the corners went off the top here, so... You know what? I'm just going to buff up the O-line, and I'm going to take Amarius Mims out of Georgia.
Pick. Great pick.
Bills?
Buffalo Bills.
Important pick.
Receiver.
If
They
there's
need
no
a
trade.
a good receiver here. I'm gonna go Troy Franklin.
Wow.
I like
Troy
him.
Franklin out of Oregon.
First
Wow.
round.
Out of all those receivers,
Oh yeah.
Over Donnie Mitchell. That's big.
I was thinking that too.
He's
What do you like about him?
concerns. He's another
His
Diggs.
character issues, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who does? Mitchell?
Yeah. He'll be like another Diggs there.
Oh my God.
He'll complain about the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look who this guy's picking for.
What do you like
Okay.
about Franklin?
He's good. He's fast. He can move.
Go
He
ahead.
can move. I'm picking for the Lions here.
Damn.
I got the NFC
Shocker.
North. Yeah, I mean, I have a soft spot for the Lions just because I'm a Wings fan. But you know what? Detroit Lions, I think if there's corners
Better
here.
get rid of that soft spot because it's about to become a rivalry. In the
Yeah,
next couple
it will
years.
be. It will be. But Detroit Lions, I think they can beef up their O-line. I like this
Yeah.
Graham Barton dude from Duke. Apparently he can play everywhere on the O-line, and I think they're going to take
I think
him.
beefing up the O-line's smart for Detroit.
Yeah.
Especially having a QB
Mm-hmm.
who can't really improvise. It's good to keep the pocket clean.
For sure.
Ooh, Baltimore.
Ravens.
I actually think this could be a fairly easy pick for them, especially if he falls this far. I think they go with Donnie Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great pick.
That just
Slam
seems
dunk.
like such a fit.
Yeah.
Slam dunk pick there.
Lost OBJ too, so Flowers,
Yeah,
Mitchell,
it is.
Bateman's kind of bust. So
yeah.
yeah.
49ers, another big pick. Same thing with Detroit. I kind of like to keep. I like to keep the QB clean, especially when you have all these weapons
Yeah.
too. I'm gonna go Jordan Morgan out of Arizona, another
Jordan
tackle.
Morgan.
We play him
I like
across from Trent Williams.
I like it.
Dude, and this guy
Joey, how about
this guy
those-
gets Kansas City
Well, I might need to think what they need.
receiver?
Nothing, because they're the best
Rashi-
team ever.
I don't
Rashi
know.
Rice.
I don't
Scroll
care.
down to the hundreds or what?
Yeah, Rasheed Rice maybe is gonna be suspended. So
Yeah,
what do you
he's-
do?
He's in jail.
That's
It's going to be on the
fair.
last yard team.
Yeah.
I don't pay much.
Longest yard, sorry. Or whatever that
Longest
is.
yard, longest
Yeah,
yard.
Him
yeah.
and Ruggs.
Him and Ruggs.
Be disgusting.
Oh, I don't even want to make this.
Was there a video of Henry Ruggs training? Like,
Yeah,
do
there
you guys
was
remember that?
last summer. Yeah,
'cause
He was
gonna,
running
like,
routes.
come out of jail.
He thinks he's going to play again. That's
yeah,
insane.
he's trying to get like parole or
Knowing these athletes' lawyers, somehow he'll probably be out of jail in the next 5 years. But
Yeah.
He's not.
NFL won't let him play again.
No, there's
Yeah.
no chance.
That would ruin everybody's reputation. In
Yeah,
the
it
NFL.
would. It would kill the league.
You don't want to.
You can't have murderers playing in the NFL. Although Aaron Hernandez technically did murder someone and nobody knew about it. But if you know about it, you know that
Yeah.
somebody killed a female and her dog. Like you
What
don't
about
let them.
CFL, though?
One of those. Like if he wants to play,
Yeah.
I
UFL?
could see a team
I
not
guarantee you a
taking it.
UFL or USFL, whatever you call
Yeah.
it, team would sign him.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
XFL,
Yeah,
CFL, any of them would.
Yep.
go ahead.
Last pick of the draft.
They had a weird
I'll
last
give
pick
them-
last year too.
No, don't do
You're
all
going-
give them.
Dude, you're going way down there.
No, I actually like this guy,
Who is it?
Ricky Pearsall.
Oh,
Okay,
stop
receiver.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate it.
They lost Scantling, right?
MVS? I think
Where'd
they
he
did.
yeah.
go? He went somewhere. I forget.
Out of all
Jets?
receivers, Joey's
No.
taking
No?
him.
Whatever. So you got Rasheed Rice, Marquise Brown, Ricky
I don't know
Pearsall.
why you named the
Tony
first
won't
one.
play.
What
He'll
about
get
Lad
cut.
McConkey? I think he's a better
Dude,
player.
Keon Coleman, Lad McConkey, Roman
You're
Wilson.
taking Pearsall
They're
over
all-
Coleman?
They're all better than
Yeah.
Pearsall.
I
Okay.
like Pearsall.
Roman
No,
Wilson's good.
It's because he's a Broncos.
All right, that's 32 picks and our NHL playoff predictions. That's gonna do it. We'll see you next time.